we have LAO versus Mitsutart. So two kind of similar players in a skill. However, one of them will be going to bronze, and one of them will be going to silver. We will see who is who in a little bit. Sacrificing their tail. Though, probably could have gotten a better extension off that. Not that he needed it. Actually, you probably didn't need it, because now your opponent can just get that. Not get that. Sorry, I've not spoken in a long time. Nice first point for LAO. Wait, why is the window a lot smaller than normal? There we go. I don't like that. Okay. And that's going to block out LAO for a pretty good while, so he's going to have to build around that. Which he sort of did. LAO's missing some reds over there in columns 4 and 5. Full chain from Mitsu might actually get away with it. I'd say that was kind of a trade-off, I guess. Here comes a follow from Mitsutart. I don't think LAO's gonna actually have anything in time. Seems to be a little bit too tunnel vision focused for one's liking. Not quite out of it for LAO, but also notably not the best position for him. Some more pieces fell in the wrong place. Yeah, I think that's a little bit too much for comfort. Too much cover for LAO to handle all alone. Both players starting off with GTR, it looks like. One GTR looks a lot better than the other ones. But one looks more ready than the other ones as well. I don't think that's going to work out for LAO. Way too many blues over there in the left side of the board. That is a no-no. Was this really the best decision for both? Well, I was going to say for Mitsutart. But Mitsutart seems to be in a lot better position than LAO is again. Unfortunate misdrop. Well, not misdrop, but unfortunate plays for LAO, though. Not sure that was intended. What is a brain cool? I don't know what that object is. Not sure if... Actually, this chain might be okay for LAO. Especially since his power is all over the place. That's going to be one more point for LAO, making it a tie. 2 for 2. $10,000 QI in Puyo Puyo, all in cap. Well, not everything was in capital letters, but that is a means for concern. A bit of a gamble for Mitsutart in terms of chain ability, but it seems that it's not really going to hinder him in any ways. That's just going to make it a little bit harder for him to actually get like a solid chain off of. Yeah, power 5, but Lao was also in a bad position as well. So I'd say a sacrifice is worth it. More GTR from Mr. Lao and from Mr. Mitsu. What is this message I just got? That's gross. Is that chain of Mitsu's gonna work? Looks like it overpowered Lao's though, which is what the doctor would order for him, specifically not for Lao. Maybe for the viewers too. Keyword maybe. I'm not sure what Lao was wanting to do there. Breaks his chain just to get a quick attack out was the best call for the situation given that Mitsutart was also stuck. Nice one for Lao. No. I don't think Lao wanted to do that. Might be a little bit too much to ask for Lao to get this chain though. But I think this... Actually, no. I think that breaks too much for it to be... Wait, no. It works. Actually, I'll change them too, which is actually kind of wild for... Given how the situation was looking. Which is surprising. Now, it seems to be a little bit of a... Well, never mind. My combo was supposed to be real invalidated because of the 4 chain. I was gonna say he's in a little bit of a weird spot because of the Puyo's on the side. Or the Puyo's only be on the sides and not like, you know, in a tolerable place. Mitsutart is dead. Never mind, he's alive. He died for a minute, but he's back. Lao's spending a little bit too much pieces over there in column 6. That's going to limit his chain ability. We talked about this. He promised he wouldn't do that anymore. Ooh, I think your chain will suffice. Not all the way, though. But both players seem to be in a little bit of a pickle themselves. Nice ceiling pop from Lao himself. Finally taking the lead in this first to 7, 5 to 7. Nope, 5 to 4. That would not be a lead otherwise. I am very tired. But I must be strong. Oh, Ooh, I thought he was okay. I think he was trying to find a way to add to the tail and trigger the chant at the same time. But it looks like he figured it out. Good one on him. This is match point for LAO2, by the way. I think LAO can easily bring this back. By bring this back, I mean the board state. Looks like he did, and I think Mitsutart just didn't have anything ready. So in that turn of events, he kind of just ate the bullet. But that's going to be that round of pools. We have successfully watched it and commentated it, and LAO has won. Congratulations, LAO. You have a win. I am not being very